Hi, Jord, CEO of Magic Sandbox. Let me tell you about our platform and how it turns any developer into a 10x software engineer. Let's look at two developers, both of them juniors. They went to the same university, both studied computer science, graduated with the same grades. The only difference is that after graduation, one of them ends up working at Airbnb and the other one at a local bank. After just 2 years, their market value and competence are radically different. Why is that? What makes the Airbnb so much more valuable? It is the exposure to real hard engineering problems on very complicated technology stacks, as well as global infrastructure that make an engineer great today. This is not This is a massive bottleneck on the global supply of software engineers. We can hardly ask companies like Airbnb and Uber to hire more engineers, wait for them to quit after a few years, just so we can all compete over them when they get back into the market. But what if we could scale this hands-on experience? What if we could literally replicate the experience of working at a top technology company like Airbnb and make that available all through the browser? That is what Magic Sandbox does. We don't teach Hello World stuff. We will make you struggle. We will have you migrate a 5 terabyte messy database or expose you to a real world scenario where your servers are suddenly going down in Japan. What do you do then? Instead of everyone fighting for these unicorn engineers today, we can now make the environments available that they can train on in real life and scale it to any developer in the world. This is not just a vision. Our platform has been live for 2 months. 5,000 engineers are currently on our platform, and they work at some of the largest companies in the world. Just 4 weeks ago, we started selling premium access, and in the process, just this month, have made $10,000 in revenue. One of our customers, Slack, spent $2,000 buying just 15 seats to get their engineers training in our environment. In addition, we are in talks with one of the largest companies in the world to have hundreds of their engineers come onto Magic Sandbox and train hands-on. This deal alone would be worth $1 million in annual revenue. They told us that their #1 problem was upskilling their engineering workforce. This is an extremely complex engineering and UX problem, which is why we are the perfect team to execute on it. My co-founder, Mislav, CTO, doesn't have a PhD. He does have 10 years of work experience. He was a tech lead at Infarm, led the data science and AI teams at Flixbus, and before that was a member of the core infrastructure team at Delivery Hero. I'm Jord, product designer. I was a senior product manager at BCG, Digital Ventures, UX design director at Razorfish, Publicis, and before that, spent 10 years in China, building and scaling startups. We are here to raise £1.5 million to execute on this plan as fast as we can and onboard the engineers and designers we already have in our recruitment pipeline. I know you're all here because you understand the power of technology. You understand the power of software. The problem is, software engineers are now the ultimate scarce resource. And soon, every company will need them. But thanks to Magic Sandbox, everyone can now actually have them. Thank you very much.